Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Tassel, Baltimore. We are Baltimore Positive. This is the Maryland Crab Cake Tour. I got the Back to the Future scratch-offs here. We are a beautiful DiPasquale's. We're the 82 and 86 Italia World Champion. Championship banner hangs on the wall here. We're in Canton. Darren, the DiPasquale Sausage King. I got it right. We're at DiPasquale's now, of course. But formerly the Sausage King elsewhere. And if you're a WNST listener, you were just Darren who called in and talked about the Orioles all the time. Pete Caringi is here. We're at DiPasquale's because really of the two of you. I mean, I knew you knew the family forever and ever. Your neighborhood guy in Pompeii. And Darren, I've known you about 30 years. You were a listener whose family made sausage. I was in the mood for sausage about a month ago. I reached to Darren's brother on LinkedIn. He put me at Darren. He's like, Darren's over at DiPasquale's. He'll make you sausage. So, Darren, I'll have you pick the story up because your brother reached to you, I reached to you, and the next thing I know, I'm here at DiPasquale's eating some of the finest sausage I've ever had. So thank you very much for that.
I appreciate that. I was at a former establishment, and things didn't go the way I planned. And Joey DiPasquale called me up and said, let's get together and talk. So I was talking with him. We got everything organized. He lets me call all the shots. The only thing he says, just tell me what I need. So he's a great boss to work for, and I'm excited. He treats me very well. And our sausage is the best out there, hands down.
1988, he moved to Pompeii. I thought it was there longer than that. He was telling me the old neighborhood. So, Pete, you are really the Pope of Highlandtown. I mean, I call you that. Give me your background with the DiPasquale's family because I'm thinking you were eating the counter meat when you were a little boy.
It goes back to when we were little kids.
Claremont Avenue, right?
Claremont Street.
Claremont Street, sorry.
Right behind Pompeii. You went up to DiPasquale's to get all your Italian food. And we were fortunate back then to have a lot of little Italian stores in the neighborhood. And you had different Santoni's, Sarah Brothers. DiPasquale's was one of the big ones. Right there on Claremont Street, and you went up there, and as soon as you walked in, you smelled the aroma of the Italian food, and it was a place to go to, for sure.
How long you been Italian?
40 years.
That's where I started, in one of those little corner stores, which was Roma Sausage, when we were in the row home.
Okay.
And the Mazzotis owned it. And that's where I got started. May the 20th, 1986 was my first day working there. And that was a corner, like, pop shop, like your parents.
Now, they were already making sausage there.
They were already making sausage. It was on the corner of Fagley and Claremont.
And you're just a kid who wanted a job. You were just needing a job behind the counter.
Yes, I was just a kid wanting a job, and he hired me, and I was with Roma for like 30 years. And then I went my own way, went my own direction. And now I'm here at DiPasquale's, and everything's going well. I'm starting it from ground up, and I want to see it flourish. So I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to be in the major supermarkets soon, and things are looking really good.
Now, you are in some markets, right? I mean,
yes.
other than just here. But anybody wants Darren sausage, you come down here to DiPasquale's and grab it. I will speak for it. It's on 3 trays here. My wife was eating what would be considered to be your recipe 20 years ago. And we would go down to Amici's, and we get to Penny Amici. And it has sausage in it. It's delicious. We bring it home, eat it, and we go to the store and buy store-bought sausage, and we're just disappointed with it. My wife likes to cook. My wife likes making sausage and lentil soup. We like sausage in a tomato sauce, rigatoni's and whatnot that I like. And I said to my wife about a month and a half ago, I said, I'm going to call Darren's brother, who I've known forever because I had his number. I didn't have your number. You had mine because you were always a listener and he used to bring sausages by the radio station in boxes back in the day. And I missed that sausage.
Oh,
and I missed that sausage. And I said to my wife, I'm like, I just miss it. Like, I miss the Burke's crab melt. You know what I mean? Things that I can't have anymore, you miss them, I miss the cheesesteak at Captain Harvey's in Dundalk. Just things you can't have anymore. And Darren invited me down here about 5-6 weeks ago. He gave me this giant thing of sausage. I took it home, and Darren, all my life, my wife put the sausage out on the grill, peppers and onions, nice brioche buns, put it on. My wife took one bite of the sausage, and she's like, Now that's that's what I want. That's what I want.
Funny, the same story with us. My wife said the same. Said, "Oh my God, this sausage is so good."
That's it.
When we got it from them, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're the king. There's no doubt about that. But other places have this, right? Gershbeck, some other places in the neighborhood, you can go buy your sausage.
Yeah,
right?
Gershbeck's has it. I'm going to be getting other supermarkets. Butcher and Bay up in Kingsville has it. Pretty much every restaurant in Maryland.
It's under the DiPasquale's
It's
branding.
under the DiPasquale name, and I'm going to try to take it as far as I can take it.
Well, I'll tell you what. You took the other one pretty far, and the recipe's great. What's a key to a good sausage?
Wait a minute, one more thing. In the supermarkets, we're vacuum packed, which means no air gets to it at all. So it's going to stay fresher twice as long as your regular sausage in the stores. So that's
But there's no preservatives,
There's
right?
no preservatives in my sausage, no chemicals whatsoever. It's all natural ingredients.
So today is Tuesday. If you make a sausage back in the kitchen today, what's the latest you would eat it? Keeping it refrigerated and safe.
So
You want to eat it 5 days, 6 days, 8? How many days? You
So
really?
normally what I do is I'll keep the sausage in the refrigerator for 4 days, and if I decide I'm not going to eat it, then I'll throw it in the freezer.
Okay, 4 days in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I'll do just to be safe. You can probably go 5, but why push it?
wanna push it.
Since I don't have no preservatives in it, you understand? So I would do no more than 4 with it, just for the fact that I don't put preservatives or any chemicals.
Well, you can taste
in
the
it.
difference. You just taste the difference. You really can. I mean, it's a difference between a fresh product and not a fresh product. Right?
Yeah, and I also buy the best pork. I buy a boneless Boston butt, and I buy natural casings to where the casing isn't tough. You buy them. My competitions, they buy them artificial casings, and they'll snap into it, and it's rubbery, and I'm just all natural. It's all natural, and my recipes are fantastic. So when you buy the best pork, when you buy the natural casing, and when you soak them long enough to where they're nice and tender and they melt in your mouth, you can't go wrong.
I'm going to have you make me a Prosecco sausage sometime soon, too.
But,
I'll do that.
but in all honesty, it comes down to my recipes. And that's all me.
All right.
So, and I do, I don't want to boast or nothing, but I do seriously think I have the best sausage in the state of Maryland.
I'm not going to argue with you, Darren.
Yeah, I think so.
Anybody who's been in my audience knows Darren. Darren is the Sausage King. He is the DiPasquale Sausage King. Pete Caringi is the Soccer King. Now, you coached this young man, did you?
He was a real young kid over to school. It's right across the street from where the sausage place was. That's where all the top soccer players were. His father was my coach, John Paciocco. He played on that Pompey 58 team, that Open Cup.
Oh!
So
you've seen this
since a little baby.
You've known his father since
I've known
way
his
before.
father, yeah.
He played for my father.
I played for his father, and then he was a little baby, him and his twin brother. And they used to come over to school lot every day. You just walked out your house and you're in the school lot. So
My
he was there.
my father had the Casa Bianco teams
Okay.
that always won on Sundays, and the whole neighborhood would go down to Patterson Park every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. and they would watch Casa play. So a lot of people know me through my father, and I know like Petey Caringi, best soccer player in the state of Maryland. My father.
You were pretty good.
My father.
You were pretty good.
My
You really
father
were.
loved him because he could put the ball in the net. He was a finisher, and that's what my father liked. And Petey's an all-around nice guy. He still helps young people. He has soccer camps all over the state. Just an all-around good guy.
I didn't know how my PR guy was.
See? You
I'm
got
your PR guy.
communications
Just
here.
like, he's PR for me. He tells everybody that I'm the best when it comes to sausage. So I appreciate
So
that.
you got to tell people he was special soccer.
Oh, of course. What
What are you doing? Are you in semi? I mean,
I'm in semi-retirement.
Were you
I'm
coaching
training.
kids this morning?
Last week in that heat, 2 weeks ago in that 100-degree temperature, I had my camp. Unbelievable. Every day, 100 degrees.
Yeah, I remember
Heat
that.
index 107 at Essex.
Does it eat you up or the kids? Who's it worse on?
Me.
Oh, okay, by far.
But I enjoy it. I mean, I love doing it, but as long as we have a hose there, we're fine.
How much soccer's in your life right now in regard to young people, kids? You go over to UMBC once a month?
Yeah, I go over to UMBC.
Are you still emeritus in that way?
Yeah, I
or?
still stop at UMBC. I see everybody, talk to everybody. They're all happy to see me.
No, when you go over to UMBC, do you announce, tell Anthony I'm coming over, or you just show up?
Just show up.
They don't know you. You just go over there.
Or I'll call my son on my way over because he's an assistant coach there. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm coming over." He goes, "For what?"
Here's what I'm worried about. I mean,
It's in his blood.
You know when you go out, you see silver alert? Yeah. I'm worried Pete got lost on the way to UMBC again because you think you're still the coach. Yeah. You're going back over there like, hey, dude,
old parking spot.
You're not here anymore. Right,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, can you imagine that? You coach for 30-some years, and you're highly successful, and then all of a sudden you're not coaching anymore, and you're just a spectator on the sidelines watching the game. I mean, that has to be difficult because you're so used to coaching. But that's what he's doing now.
Well, I'll tell you, Lester, I still use my same old parking spot.
Anybody ever in it?
If somebody's in it, then I don't, obviously. But yeah,
it's got your name on it or no?
But if it's open, I'm using it. They know my car. So
how dare them take his name off of that parking spot?
It's my spot.
Did you walk away at the right time?
Yes, for sure. Especially with all this portal stuff. I can't.
Do you even understand it?
No.
I don't understand.
It changes.
I've had people try to explain it to me, and I'm thinking if I had a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid, or if I were a coach, or if I were recruiters, if I wanted to be a coach in that line of work, I'd say, do I really want to be in the business of these kids in that way? I mean, in every sport, it's bad enough at basketball and football. Like, I don't.
It's changed. The NCAA has changed so dramatically in the last 5 years. From what the rules and what the concept was back then for years, like what we were grilled and obviously get your education, you can't get paid, you can't. To now, it's a big money maker, and it's crazy. People go to school and they leave and go to 4 different schools. There's 5-year eligibility. I'm glad I'm out.
You didn't recruit that way.
No,
when you brought kids in,
I wanted to build it. I wanted to build a team, and I was fortunate to have great teams out there. But the basic concept for me was build a team, and you're there for 4 years, you get your degree, and we're all together, and then we win championships, and then we have reunions like we have now. We talk about what we did, and there's a lot of local players. So nowadays you can't do that. Nowadays they get on the portal the first day it's open, and they're just recruiting off the portal.
It's like a stock market.
Yeah, exactly. And guys are leaving, and you don't even know they're leaving. Or even coaching. You're coaching in the game, and if the guy he didn't play, he's going on a portal and just leaving. Versus discussing it with you and, let's get better and let's do this. Let's do a little extra training.
Here's why you're not playing.
Here's why you're not. I'm leaving. So it's everything.
Well, that was always the hardest part of being a coach is telling somebody that they weren't playing today, right?
It's everything I'm against. And you see it in every sport. I mean, every sport. Football, how many people transferring? It's free agency is going crazy. That's what it is. It's basically signing as a free agent. Basketball, I mean, whole teams, I know, speaking of UMBC, the guy does a great job out there, but literally, how many players just transfer? It don't work out, and it's all over the country. It's not UMBC.
Well, I mean, I feel the same way about sports in general. Darren, you know me, Nasty Nestor, sports guy and all that. I am so unbelievably frustrated as a 56-year-old man at how the Orioles and the Ravens not just treated me, and that's on the record, and if that's about me, that's cool, but the audacity to treat me or anyone the way they've treated me, and the way that everyone gets treated in a general sense, whether it's price, how much the beer is, whether they have any respect for the fan. I mean, the Orioles moved the game 5 weeks. They did something that I'd never. I got an NST text at 9 in the morning, and it said, "We're not playing a game at 6 today. We're playing it at 4. Hope to see you."
That's it.
And I'm thinking to myself, DiPasquale doesn't call you and say, "We're not going to be open at noon today. We're going to open at 4 in the morning." It just doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? You have to have more respect. And that's the part where college sports, where UMBC, you're flying the flag for Old State U, whatever it is, Maryland, UMBC, Duke, doesn't matter, Alabama, whatever it is. The identification part of what it used to be for guys our age and what it is now, no matter what sport you like that's a college sport. I told Pat this, Pat Scary up at Towson. I said, and my copping partners, I don't recognize it, and I don't know that I'm a part of it anymore, and I don't know that I recognize it enough to want to be a part of it. and want to participate in it the way your lot guys would get down there and be a real part of a fan club, I think it's going to be way harder for college sports to hold together whatever they had, because most kids were 2-3 years. We had Steve Francis was 30 years ago now at Maryland, where you come and you get your books and you play basketball for 12 weeks and you leave. Yeah. That used to be really, really verboten, and now it's standard operating procedure. What they haven't figured out is, us, the people paying for it, the fans, right? How that's going to translate to ever selling tickets for a UMBC event or a Coppin event or a Loyola event, let alone what it's done to the big schools, to the where the money is outlandishly important.
Millions.
If you're Maryland and you're trying to play football against Penn State and Ohio State, right? Because you were always fighting uphill against North Carolina, all these soccer institution schools that had, quite frankly, just more money to build, more money for their coach, more money for the staff, more money for the travel, all that stuff that.
But we love that. We love that.
But that was your story. You were a little engine that got to the Final Four that year, right?
Right. But I go back to, like, my own situation back in the 70s. I went to University of Baltimore. We won the national championship. Loyola won it the next year. The place used to be packed. It was a Baltimore team. We stayed together. We won the championship. The school dropped the program. No identity anymore with that national championship. Yeah, we get back together. We meet in different restaurants.
I see you.
We had our 50th year reunion this year. Everybody came back. That's what a team is. A team is that togetherness that 50 years later.
Like my Little League teams.
Yeah,
right?
when we get together, we still – I'm talking about what we used to talk about.
Why did they stop that program?
Well, it was a whole other story. They dropped it from a 4-year school to a 2-year school.
I graduated from UB when it was a 2-year school.
They were a soccer dynasty in the 70s and all.
We went to the Final Four 3 of the 4 years.
Right.
But my point is, you had such. That was a Baltimore team, and they stuck together through even today. If I called everybody right now, so we got to be down here, 70-80% of them would get here in time to just. Hey, what's going on? We're getting together.
I love how you guys keep that memory alive because, look, I'm from the newspaper side. You guys know that. The newspaper was the thing that would write a reunion, a story.
News American.
Keep it out. News American Sun, keep it out.
I tried to get it on there. I couldn't. The 50th year reunion, and we had all the old, you're in there. We had all the old press clippings. Keith Mills writing an article.
Yeah.
Stedman, Bill Tanton, all those guys wrote articles about that team and that year. And it's great memories, but my point is that was a team built on the foundation of you're going there, it's our team. We're playing against University of Maryland. We played Virginia. We beat them. Like, we'll play anybody. We'll win.
Like this kid Queen. He plays 5 minutes for the Terps.
Yeah.
He's a Terp. He's from Maryland. He's from Baltimore. He's going to be from Atlanta to Golden State to Wichita to Oklahoma City. I mean, they go on their pathway. It's different.
And that's the sad part.
The old part, that was the old Orioles. That was the Dempsey, Palmer, Orioles, right? That's the part of the Art Donovan.
Yeah.
And we've had 2 Ravens championships here. And people don't even anoint Joe Flacco as anything special. I guess Ray gets his due, but Ray's not around town. Ray didn't make a life here. John Ogden didn't make a life here. Rod Woodson did. There's a part of that professional sports thing that now I've made a life here, and these bandits that have come in from out of town, Sashi Brown, Chad Steele, Katie Gray, they don't know their ass from their elbow, and they're throwing out the Baltimore people. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you don't have us, you don't have me around here to tell stories now that Henneman's dead, Stedman's dead. And I even said that to Brett Hollander a couple weeks ago. I saw him at Jim Henneman's funeral. I said, there's so few people left that are going to be able to tell any Orioles story of any glory. Yeah. I mean, Cal's 30 years next month.
Yeah,
Cal's 30 years next month, right? And Cal's now pushing 70.
Old
right?
Colt stories.
Well,
I used to go to. We had tickets, season tickets. We used to go to every Colt game every Sunday. 50,000, the horseshoe, the cheering, everything.
And they worked down the point. They had side jobs.
Worked for liquor distributors.
Yeah, Dad and half of them worked down the point.
Geez, he's bringing more food. He's Italian.
All
people.
local.
This is your favorite. This is your cheesesteak?
I mean, you're a DiPasquale.
One of my favorites.
Hold on.
It's nothing but food here.
Can I bring food home to my wife at some point here?
Take that home to your wife.
Look at this thing. Look at this.
He can't eat all that.
At DiPasquale's, it's nothing but food.
I can tell this.
Food is everywhere here.
Darren is here. He is the Sausage King of DiPasquale's now.
Where'd your dad go?
Pete Caringi
Bring
is-
him back.
I only have 4
Can we bring your
microphones.
dad back?
Come on,
No,
get him
that's
in
a-
We only
here.
got 4 mics. Dom is coming back on
Get the
here.
son in here.
What in that? What's that white sauce
Look
up in
at
there?
that.
Is that tzatziki?
Tzatziki.
Oh, look, it's almost Greek. What is that? I thought you were Italian.
That's why we put a little twist on it. It's a Lamborghini.
So this is lamb,
Wow.
Thinly
onion.
sliced lamb, red onion,
I
arugula,
love lamb.
tzatziki.
It looks like a souvlaki, but
Love
it's
lamb.
Italian souvlaki is what it is.
Yeah.
Love lamb.
Is that the arugula that makes it Italian?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well,
Yes,
And it's made by Italians.
all right, I'm going to text this to my wife right now saying, this is your lunch. It's going
Oh,
on.
yeah, tell her not to eat.
Can you
She-
put this in a
mean-
box?
I
I
mean-
don't
Yeah.
want
I
to
mean-
touch
No,
it.
we want you to walk out like
yeah,
that.
I mean, that's DiPasquale's for you. They feed you to
You got
death.
space on the wall. Let's frame this. Put it
Yeah,
up on
I
the
mean,
wall
really.
someplace up here. I'm going to break and say goodbye.
I mean, look at all this food
Can
we
we-
got here.
Can we take a picture with Darren and us three in it?
I'll get my dad.
We already, we
Yeah, let's
gotta-
get Joe here,
Get
too.
Joe over here.
Get
Joe over
here. I'll be right back.
All right, so before you be right back, I'm going to turn that down. Here's what I want to do, you two. I'm going to go old school, Nasty Nestor WNST. Let's talk Orioles because I know you want to talk. Look, I knew you
Is this
want.
new owner going to spend money or what?
What do you got?
About the Orioles?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
I'm sick about this year. I'm a diehard.
I know you are.
I'm a diehard, and
Darren, about 3 years ago, he just retired, and I did my show down
That's
in
right.
Essex.
That's right.
At McFall's Rod and Reel. I don't know if he's even there anymore.
It was
Oyster
my
Reel.
last show with you.
He came down to do the show, and I made a huge mistake. All
Yeah.
right, a huge
Put the
mistake.
Oriole game on.
I had him at like 1 in the afternoon, and the Orioles were playing an afternoon game.
Nice.
And it was 2 years ago. It was a year they were good.
Yes.
It was a year they were good.
And I never missed a game that year watching.
And
What
he
was that,
sat with
19?
me, and he's doing a show, and it was like it was a pretty girl in the corner. He's like looking, he couldn't keep his eyes off the game. And I'm trying to talk soccer and be serious with him.
That was a great show, by the way. We
It
had
was
a
not
great.
great.
That
You were
was a great show.
distracted, is what you
It
were.
was a great show.
I thought it was
That's
Everybody
Petey
and
for
their
you.
brothers.
He's being an operator. He's doing
everybody and
Bobby
their brother.
Flay stuff here. There we
Everybody
go.
and their
There we
brother.
go.
Oh my!
Yeah,
You talk
get him
about
in- get him
you talk
in
about
here.
legends in Highlandtown. Jeez.
Get the boss man
I
in
forgot
here.
that I didn't put the two of you on together.
Oh,
He's
man,
the man
I
to get
got-
you
Yeah,
come
I mean,
in.
hey, Nestor, you want to hear
have
a
to be
story?
here for
Nestor,
this.
you want to hear something true?
Okay.
Close it. Let's.
No, I got to say this. Want to hear a story? When I was 13, 14, 15 years old, Joey DiPasquale and Peter Caringi were my two idols. I tried to act like both of them. And here, now I'm...
You did a really poor
Yeah,
job.
I know.
It was
I
terrible.
tried to be like them, and now I'm working for one of them, and I'm pretty much like best friends with the other one. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
So
Man, you got
tell
them.
me about him and his sausage, and what would make a man of your stature be involved with a man of this stature?
He's pushy. Very pushy.
Let me say a question.
I mean-
He makes a hell of a sausage.
Right,
You must
he's
admit
very-
that.
He's very, yes, he does. Good product, but he's very persistent, and he's very passionate, and we gave him an outlet to.
I talked about you behind your back when you and Petey were over here talking about whatever you were talking
Man, he
about.
lets me
I
do
said
my
when I
thing.
came in here a month ago and I saw Dom, and I went up to Dom and I said, I'm the guy that the sausage. Oh, Nasty Nestor, I got a box. And he gives me the box, and he looks at me, and he presents the box to me, and he looks at me with all the sincerity of, like, the Godfather, and he says, he's very serious about his sausage. That's what he said.
You said that.
He said he's very serious.
Very.
serious.
Yeah.
He ain't
about
lying.
his sausage.
Very.
I take pride in what I do. I'm going to be the best.
In the country.
I'm going to be the best of the best.
Why'd you just say before in Maryland? The country.
Yeah, I'm the best in the country.
There
wanna
you
get down
go.
to it? All right, you made me say it, Pete. I'm the best sausage maker in the country.
Darren makes people smile.
Oh, he's the
And-
greatest.
I told my
and
wife
Joey-
that she really
and-
missed out missing you
And
today.
Joey DiPasquale lets me do my thing. He just says to me, "Tell me what you need, Darren." And he's
Look,
great
you
to work
want to know
for.
Baltimore? That's right there,
Well,
Baltimore.
I'll leave with this because I got lamb sandwiches,
Yeah,
crab
all
cakes,
kind of food.
sausage. We got all sorts of stuff here. I told my wife this morning when she left, she loved your sausage, as I was predicted. You weren't here the day we were here, so she met the family, met everybody. But this morning she had to work, and as I was leaving, I said to her, Darren's a character. And John Stedman, who was dear friends with Nancy Longo's father and obviously my guy, did a thing in the 60s and 70s called the Character Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah, remember this?
Yeah.
He hosted this up at Bud Paulino's.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it took me years to learn what the Character Bowl was. The Character Bowl had nothing to do with integrity or character. It was being a character.
Yeah.
So you would be a real, you would be a medalist. I don't know if it'd be gold or silver, bronze, because I know some characters. But you would be in the top 10 for Baltimore character.
I consider myself a people person.
The only way you don't win is maybe John Waters is in it or something. Like somebody else who's more of a character.
But he's the hot new character right now. This is new Baltimore right here.
Joey brought life back to me.
Joey
DiPasquale,
give him some credit. Well, your man. There you go.
He's the greatest.
You gave him back his grind.
He resuscitated me.
He was down and out.
No, in all seriousness. I come over and I started talking to him. And first we started bullshitting. And then,
you fixed it.
Am I allowed to say that? Okay.
Yeah, he just did. It's all right.
And then,
nobody listens to this show. So
now they do.
I came aboard and
he
and I talk every morning where we're on the same page, but he lets me do my thing, and anything I need, all I got to do is go to him, and I have it.
He's like your offensive coordinator with that microphone on.
It's a win-win situation, but when Joe wants to get his point across, you know when he's being dead serious. Like, he's done it to me a couple times where he made a point with me, and since I respect him so much, I take that and I learn from it.
See, he does have character.
I learn from it.
Yeah, that's character.
Yeah. See, I watch him, so he teaches me. Like, just watch. Look what he's done from bottom up. I mean, he's got an empire. So you learn from people like him. And I got enough experience with the sausage. It's 39 years of it. If I don't have it down now, I mean, come on.
All right, so tell me about the new sausage. This is the
new
provolone?
The new sausage that Joe and I came out with was provolone and parsley. It's phenomenal. I know it sounds.
You ever do a prosecco?
Yeah, it's really good.
You do a prosecco sausage for me?
No, but
with some wine.
We do a white wine.
Yeah, Joe. Before I came along,
I want a white wine sausage. That's what I want.
Yeah, he's got that. That's
my favorite.
That's before I came here.
That's a little lighter.
Yeah, I don't do the wine.
Summer sausage for me.
That's all. The wine is all Joe. That's with the wine.
Well, he'll
sausage.
teach you how to make it.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Right.
But
I gotta break and leave because you'll go all day.
Anyway,
we got a line here. People want to get in here and eat.
The provolone and parsley.
This is what I was afraid of.
The provolone and
people
parsley.
People are waving to you like they're all recognized.
They're not waving to me.
That guy right there.
They want my table.
No, they ain't getting this table.
The provolone and parsley is really good. So when you come down to the store, look for it.
All right.
It's really good. I think you'll come back for seconds, and that's that.
That's it. Darren, I love you, man.
Thank you.
Joe, thanks for having us in.
Thank you, guys.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you for having me. I'm with two legends right here.
Lunch is on me today, Caringi, for you and me.
This
tell you
is
what.
We got enough food here.
Reunion right here.
We got enough food here for the weekend.
We're feeding all the Canton down here.
Hey, this is a school lot reunion right here.
Just look at all the food.
It's all brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. I've lost control of this, as predicted earlier.
Take over,
They're
Joe.
all going to take off their headsets and throw them down now. I am Nestor. We are signing off because I've got to eat this. We're WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking sausage and crab cakes and Baltimore positive. Stay with us.